It's early August, and you know what that means. It's Christina Ricci month. What is up, guys? It's me, Anthony, and on this channel, we're going to be talking about one of the greatest actresses of all time, Christina Ricci. But in all seriousness, guys, I know she's not the greatest actor in the world, but I can't help but have a special place for Christina Ricci in my heart because, you know, I grew up with her movies. Addams Family, Casper. I even went to Silicon Valley Comic-Con and met her and got my Casper Blu-ray signed. I'm that obsessed. So to kick off this Christina Ricci month, I wanted to talk about one of my favorite films of hers, and that is Wes Craven's Cursed. Now, not a lot of people have seen this movie, and the people that do see this movie hate it. But I'm here to tell you that it's not as bad as you think. First off, this movie is a werewolf film, and we don't get a lot of werewolf films other than Underworld, which is another franchise I love. But even that one is mixed with vampires and like humans and stuff. And this one is straight werewolves. So straight werewolves, you know, fangs and everything. And this one has probably the best practical effect, makeup, costume combination of a werewolf that I've ever seen in a movie. And before I even go any further with me like gushing about how much I love this movie, I know that this movie isn't good. It has really bad pacing, the dialogue is terrible, and it's all around cheesy. But that's why I love it. I mean, you have some iconic scenes in here. Iconic scenes with werewolves, like the scene where Christina Ricci's character is trying to get the werewolf out in the open so the cops can shoot it, and she just starts making fun of the werewolves.
Hyper skinny publicist.
Any other description?
Yeah, she's like 5'7".
She's got a bony ass and fat thighs and bad skin.
And we don't want to forget that this cast is stacked. I mean, we have Jesse Eisenberg in here who looks pretty much the same in this film. He's supposed to be a high school kid, and Christina Ricci's supposed to be older than him when they're about the same height and they look the same age. I don't know, but he looks the same now, but he's in this movie. He's also a werewolf, and he does like the Spider-Man 3 emo haircut, and he's walking to school, you know, he's doing this. And it's really funny. There's a lot of Spider-Man references in here, particularly when Jesse Eisenberg's character comes back home after being attacked by the werewolf, and he does his old Spider-Man transformation where he wakes up and he has like freaking muscles, and they just jump to Spider-Man 3 because he just gets an emo haircut. There's just also a scene in here where he just like jumps over a railing in the gym, and it's like a really loud thud when he lands, and everybody's just looking at him. It's probably one of the most awkward scenes in the movie, but I just love it because it leads into him having a wrestling match with the school bully who's like always calling him like gay and stuff and saying like, oh, homophobic stuff, which later turns out when you have the reveal of the bully, he's actually the gay one. And it's probably one of the funny reveals in this movie, and just like the relationship with Jesse Eisenberg's character, I kind of love it. And this is like top tier Christina Ricci. And I don't mean top tier acting Christina Ricci, I just think top tier Christina Ricci in general. I mean, Christina Ricci's known for like being a gothic chick, and this movie is directed by Wes Craven, who like is known for horror movies, and you could tell the way that he filmed it. It's like every scene is at night, hence why this is a werewolf film, so you know, so you can have those transformations, but it just aesthetically, it's like in LA and focusing on like the nightlife and the clubs and all that stuff. And I think the movie does a really good job of highlighting that. I mean, I've never been to like the clubs in LA or anything like that, but I can totally see this being what they would be like. And you can't have a good werewolf film without who is the werewolf? What's going on? And I think that the red herring that they have in here, they do a really good job, because once you think that you know who the werewolf is, they switch it on you, and it just keeps you guessing the whole time. At least when I initially watched it, because now I know, I watch it all the time, and I'm just like, I already know who the werewolf is. But overall, guys, I think that Cursed is cursed. It's underrated. I think it gets a bad rap. Yeah, the CGI does not hold up, but what movie in 2004 with CGI holds up? I'm looking at you, Matrix. But I think that the cast does a really good job of salvaging this movie. You know, you have Christina Ricci, you have Jesse Eisenberg, you have the rest of the cast. There's a random sighting of Nick Offerman in here. He plays a cop. And it's just Wes Craven at his bonkeriest. That's a word. But guys, I really think that you should check out Cursed if you haven't already. And if you have seen this movie, let me know in the comments. Did you like it? Did you hate it? You think Christina Ricci is cool at all? Because I do. And if you don't, well, you probably wouldn't be watching this series. But also, guys, don't forget to check out my Twitter so you can stay up to date with my channel. Don't forget to like, subscribe, do all that stuff. And remember, guys, keep watching movies.